Hello guys, my name is Nikita Butoma and I would like to talk about yoga. What yoga is? We all well know that yoga is a kind of knowledge, and it's a recent knowledge and it's ancient knowledge which was lived to us from an ancient Indian civilization, right? And we are well known that there are many schools of yoga around the world, and yoga also not only a knowledge, it's also a practice which uses that kind as I can show you that practice, that it is a yoga, that pay attention to this pose. Pay attention to this pose. Pay attention to this pose. To this pose. We will discuss it later. And this pose. So, let's start. So, the yoga is a knowledge, but we can see that that knowledge we possess it only by Indian culture. We may have a look on similar poses, on similar knowledge, maybe in Egyptian, maybe on American and European cultures, but it does not. It does not. We didn't look something in that shape, something of that way of knowledge. It belongs only to Indian culture, and it is very strange. Moreover, in the nearby of India, in China, there is no such knowledge, no such practice. Why? The constitution, the shape of living creatures in that countries are similar, and we may expect the appearing such a practice in all the regions which are connected with each other. But the truth is, we can see that knowledge only in Indian culture. Why? It is strange. It's a mystery, which I try to reveal. So there are several kinds of yoga. There is hatha yoga, who is dealing with the body, with our physical body. There is a jnana yoga, who is dealing with some thoughts, with our minds in that angle that connected with our dealings, with our thoughts, with our duties. It's jnana yoga. It will be related to Mahabharata, when Krishna replying to Arjuna about jnana, about the duty of warrior. There is a hatha yoga, a jnana yoga. There is a raja yoga. It's a kind of strange yoga, which is related to our controlling our mind. Is it true? Is it if we're capable to control our mind or not? We don't know. But there is existing the yoga which is named Raja Yoga. And there is Tantra Yoga, who is dealing with a practice, the sexual practice, and is dealing with the energy, the sexual energy. So, there is also a not well known Agni Yoga. What is it? Agni Yoga, I don't know, as all the people in the world didn't know. I'm sure, but the Blavatsky mentioned that kind of yoga in her notes. So, what can I say about yoga? Let's starting with considering hatha yoga. First of all, hatha yoga, it is not that we are thinking of it. It is not the practice which the aim of that practice is to maybe create our body, to coordinate our mind with our body, or maybe to becoming our body more useful to us, to our mind. It is much more than that. It is very strange kind of yoga. Also, one can see that it is the first and lowest kind of yoga. So, I claim that all kinds of yoga, and we will consider that in the first stage, only hatha yoga, is dealing with energy. And what is the energy of our body? It's not a physical energy, as we can see. It is a special shape of energy, and maybe it's psycho energy, but it is energy with a bigger word A, E, energy. So it is energy. It is energy, which are filling our whole body, and it concentrated and transforming from one shape of energy to another, more higher shape of energy, from the lowest shape of energy, in the special centers, which is called chakra. As we can remember, chakra is a round shape weapon of ancient warriors in India. The thing is, chakra is rotating, and that is why our energetical center is at, if they are exist at all inside us, is named by that name, chakra. Maybe they are rotating too, I don't know. But let's name it. We possessed 7 chakras in our body, the first chakra is situated the lowest part of our body, between our legs. It is named Muladhara chakra, and it is consisting. It's relating with our, maybe I don't know, because the texts, Veda texts and Indian texts, it's very unclear on that theme, on that topic. Maybe it is related to our energy of our life. It's whole crap. By the way, it is situated between our legs, near our genitals, in some strange of space. It is not entirely specifically in physical body. It is maybe in our astral body, I don't know. But that is the first, the lowest kind of center of our energetic. The second center is situated the 2 inches or maybe 1 inch below our belly. Our belly is that. So that inside our body is situated Hara chakra or Svadhisthana. It's very important chakra, as we can wrote in Vedic texts, because it's related to our sexual energy and our ability to create the energy in our entire body. It is very important part of our energy, of our centers, and I can add that maybe it is related to the physical realm, physical layer of reality, physical layer of reality. So the physical reality related to these chakras. So and the second chakra, which is named Manipura, it's the place where the heat is becoming the heat under the breeze, and the breeze is stopping suddenly. So it is Manipura. It's very unclear to be written in the Vedic texts what's Manipura related to, but I claim that Manipura, I check my phones, that Manipura as Hara is related to physical layers of reality. Maybe physical layers, as we can see in external world, we can see the walls, we can see windows, people, streets, but maybe the physical reality consists of more than one layer, as in Photoshop, as in Photoshop. Maybe it consists of 2 layers. And why do I ask you, why do I say so? Because Manipura and Hara is situated just in that point of our body which connected with the special area, which connected with maybe magical abilities. In the books of Carlos Castaneda, we can read that one wizard goes anywhere and try to reach maybe an animal, maybe an aim, maybe a target, and suddenly who is looking to him sees that from that from only that point of his body is protruding the kind of energy sticks which is touch it. So to read these books we can point a special attention to that shape, and we cannot know to that chakra in Vedic tradition. It is related to. I'm sorry, I'm stopping to check my mic. Oh no, it's a good. But we can see clearly that it is connected with that kind of point, that spot, and that is why it's Manipura and it's Hara. Manipura, Hara. So returning to the speaking of energy, we can see that Hara is a rough, is a sexual energy. I explain all according with the Vedic texts. It's not my opinion. It's partly my opinion, but I may and I can and I must correct that as I can see, as I can thought, as I can consider that. So Hara is a kind of rough sexual energy, and Manipura, what is it? I don't know. It's a kind of transferring Hara energy to any kind of energy which is related to our emotion. So Manipura is our emotion. How it cannot be, I don't know, but I'm not telling you what is it. So the next, it's just in the center of our ribs. It's anahata, or maybe a bit higher. It's anahata. It's heart chakra. It's anahata. It's our loving. It's our not emotion, but it's feelings. Our feelings. It's anahata. And so the Christ did said loving each other. It's about anahata, and anahata can spread the energy outside us, and we can love each other, and love becoming to us, and concentrate in anahata. So it is. But if we cannot love, if you suffer any obstacles to love each other, to love maybe not each other but our dearest, the anahata is not the center of transforming and spreading energy. It's the center of stopping. It's stop rotating, maybe, and energy which produces. It's very important point of view. It's which produces below the anahata in Manipura and Hara. The energy goes up and stopping this, and it becomes fat, and because annoyed, because people cannot love, it cannot transform the energy higher. I partly agree with it. So I'm stopping, and just in a minute I continue. So I continue. We are stopping on telling us about. I'm sorry. About anahata chakra, and the next chakra is Vishuddha chakra. Vishuddha is dealing with the more higher level energy than anahata, but what can be more higher level than love? In accordance of thoughts of Indian wizards, it is the mental energy. It is a mental energy, and so to transform the love, our feelings, to mental energy, we need to transfer to God's energy up from the Anahata chakra to Ajna chakra, which is our thoughts, which is our mind. And this is a kind of stopping. It's very unclear to Indian wizards what does that chakra deals with, and what does that mean, what kind of energy it means. Only that it is more possible to stop energy of feeling that and not getting it in our mind. It happens when we can see a very emotional man who does not control his emotion. So he became a very emotional and getting his emotional world very interesting, but it is not thought man, but is not reasonable man, but it does not man of science, of wizard, of knowledge, in accordance of a perception of how is knowledge, what is knowledge is in Indian tradition. In Indian tradition, the highest level of energy and highest level of existing is the thoughts, is the becoming and perceiving the mental foundation of reality, the foundation of God, maybe. That is why that Vishuddha chakra is dealing with, I don't know, with that, and no one knows with what Vishuddha chakra is dealing with, but can stop the energy from Anahata to Ajna. It is very bad. So the next chakra is Ajna. It's our mind, and the Ajna is connecting with imaging and perception of Raja Yoga. It's one can tell that Raja Yoga is dealing with the Ajna chakra, but how it is happen, I don't know. It's impossible to imagine that, because it is what Ajna is, they don't know. So Ajna is a sixth center, and the seventh center is a Sahasrara chakra, which accordingly outpost at exit from our body to where? I don't know, to where? To astral maybe. So Sahasrara is a point of release our energy, and the energy starting in a Hara chakra. I know saying about Maladhara. It's Hara chakra, and becoming ups and transferring maybe from one part, from one kind to another of kind of energy, and becoming through all obstacles to Sahasrara, and fluid from shell from that point to the universe, and we becoming entire to whole universe maybe. And the yoga is dealing with the obstacles to free flowing energy from down to up, That is the point of efforts to applying efforts of hatha yoga, to remove all obstacles, to free flowing energy from up to down, from down to up. Sorry. And we, the hatha yoga, strangely think is not dealing with the spreading energy. Maybe they thought that spreading energy outside in external world is bad. I don't know, but it's very unclear to me that if chakra ever exist, they are spreading energy in 7 levels, 7 including Sahasrara. They are spreading energy from human body outside, and so the human body is kind of electrical psycho-energetical plant. What is about hatha yoga? Hatha yoga is the poses. It's very strange poses in very strange shapes, and if we can straight looking at it without thoughts, we can notice a very strange detail. All that poses are not moving, except few. The poses of hatha yoga is fitting and staying ourselves in one position and holding our body. It's not unusual to us as a human creatures, because we are moving in every moment. It's more strange that it is no comparison, no accordance to other cultures, which has no such knowledge as hatha yoga poses. And seems to me that all that terms, energy, chakras, poses of hatha yoga, it is a very strange involving, a very strange becoming, it's a very strange piece in our human culture. It seems to me that it is not whole about our body. It's not whole about human, maybe at all. Maybe it is not about human, but about who? It is only thought, it may be truth, maybe not, that it is the knowledge of gods. As I consider, as I claim, our gods will be lizard creatures, and they create our bodies and involve in our genes 300 genes which are not existing in the other creatures in the earth, only in us. If we possess 300 genes which are absolutely strange in the earth, and we cannot know what does that genes responsible of. Maybe we can fly, I don't know. So I claim that hatha yoga was created in looking from the human creatures to how the gods do it. The gods did the hatha yoga and became shapes and set shapes of hatha yoga, and they was lizard creatures. That is why that poses is very strange, as you did see. It is kind of reversing, twisting our shapes, not at all useful for us as a human, but it's absolutely useful for lizards, to twisting the bodies to become a very strange shapes, and freezing in that shapes. Freezing is not used to us at all, but it is maybe used to energy, because in that freezing shape, that freezing shape, yoga mudra, the energy becomes floating, becomes circled when we are absolutely freezing. We are absolutely freezing, we are calming, and after a moment the energy becomes floating. And the energy floating between the centers, which are created by that 300 genes. It is not possessed by the dogs, by the cats, by the highest animals in the earth, but it is only possessed by us, to have that 300 genes, and to create by that working, by its working, that 7 centers in our body. It's not entirely in physical body, but maybe it's a cycle level. I don't know, but it is working. But it is working not entirely as it is described in Vedic texts, and in my next lecture I will tell you how it works. Thank you.